So, doing on one of my videos asked me to do a video on my Constellar deck. So I was gonna do a vid, just a quick one. Just got off work, a little tired. Quick video on this Constellar deck and what you would want to use and what I actually use, because I didn't put no money into the game except for $2 to get the battle pass and a lot. The cards that I'm missing are ultra rare. And I don't have the crafting material either. So I'm gonna show you right quick. This is the ideal one you would want to use without reinforcement, because I had reinforcement in there and it's not supposed to be in there. The Constellar belt is supposed to be in there. So I don't know how to say all the names of them, but this deck is pretty easy to make, pretty easy to use. All these monsters, keep searching other monsters. All these Constellars are light monsters, so this will really help with one of your spell cards, which is Constellar belt. Their effects can't be negated, and we need their effects to constantly work to search other Constellar monsters. So we got 3 Shuritans. His name pretty easy to say. We got 2 of this one. We have 3, what is Polex. We have 3 of the Costs. We have 2 Sombre. 3 of this one right here. We have 3 Galaxy Soldiers. We have 2 Artificial Sights. Have 1 Constellar Twinkle. Have 1 Constellar Star Chart. Have 1 Constellar Belt. Fire Formation Ticket. 1. Double or Nothing. Much needed. 1. Have Artificial Sacrum. We have 3. I only have 2. Trip Trap. Have 2 Trip Traps. Ice Dragons Prisms. Have 3. Sodom Strike. Have 3. I have none. And there can only be 1. You need 3. I have none. And this is it for your main deck. If you want to, you can go ahead and put in reinforcement of the army. I mean, it's a good searcher, so if you want that extra card, or you don't have the ultra rare cards like I do run reinforcement of the army. This is the ideal deck, the perfect Constellar deck that you would want to use. Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but this is most ideal. And for your extra deck, we got number F0. We have number F0 Draco Future. We have number 39 Utopia. We have Constellar Omega. We have a Tornado Dragon, which I do not have. We have a number 39 Utopia Double. We have a Time Thief Redoer. I do not have. We have number 60 Timeless. We have Pleiades. I only have 1 Pleiades. You want 2. We have the Cybernova Dragon, the Drill Driver, Constellar M7, have Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you have Almighty Zeus. Now, this is the ideal. If you not sure how to play with this deck, which is pretty easy, I'll just give you some quick tips. All these monsters, most of them need to be normal summoned for their effects to work. So the Sheeran, as you can see, you can add 1 Constellar monster from your hand to your deck, which when you summon him, he's a level 3. You want level 4 or 5. Most of your XCs are 4 and 5. So when you summon him, you will want to get one of these. One of these can search for a spell or trap. You want to search for your spell Twinkle. You can increase the level of one of your Constellar monsters once. And then you obviously want to put the Twinkle on your Shuriken. That'll boost him to level 4. You have a level 4 out there, and then that's an XC summon. That's simple. Again, if you have this card in your hand with a Shiritan, you would want to summon this one first, because this one allows you, no, not this one, this one right here. If you have a Apolix in your hand, you will want to summon him first, because then you can normal summon another Constellar monster, which if you want to go ahead and summon Shiritan, you can. He's a level 3. You have a level 4 on the field. You want to search your hand, your deck, for this card right here. Go ahead and get your Twinkle, boost him up 1, and now you have 3 level 4s. 3 level 4, 3 level 4s can get you, well, first of all, 2 of them can get you to your Utopic Future, but even without your Utopic Future, you can go ahead and get your Draco Future. And then you just combos, keep your searches going. Uh, if you do summon this, and you do not have this man in your hand, the normal summon them. And if you don't, you already have your one of these spells out, you can go ahead and normal. You can go ahead and but you would want to normal summon this one, then normal summon this one without this man right here. And these two get you to a level 5 to get Pleiades or a Drill Driver Cyber Dragon. Usually, to get Pleiades out on the field, you will want to use your Galaxy Soldiers, because they can search each other. So, to get your Galaxy Soldier on the field, you want to tribute one of your light monsters, which all of these Constellars are light. So, make sure you have 2 Constellar light monsters in your hand. When you tribute one, you can summon a Galaxy Soldier. Galaxy Soldier effect will allow you to get another Galaxy Soldier out of your hand or out of your deck. And then if you have another light monster in your hand, you can go ahead and summon this Galaxy Soldier, and that's 2 level 5s on the field. You can get Pleiades, your Cyber Dragon, your Drill Driver. Use the Drill Driver you want. If you have if your opponent went first, you have a card face down. Go ahead and get Drill Driver. It's penetrating damage with Pleiades, defense, timeless. And if you summon timeless, it's just to keep your search going, keep your turn going as long as possible. You can get more cards, get more traps, whatever you need. You can draw 2. Usually, you want to pick the first one. You can skip your next draw phase, draw 2 cards, discard 1. So if you have one of these 3 cards, one of these 3 cards that you don't want or feel like you're not going to use because you have something in your hand, you can discard them. Usually I discard a Sombre, because you can search normal summon Constellar monster for tribute or less, and once you do that, as long as he's in the graveyard, you can, normal summon more Constellar monsters. Just keep your turn going, keep getting your Constellars on the field. They're great for XC summoning. Uh, Please, if you go first, you want to try to get your timeless out there. Usually I start with the timeless. It's bait to get their traps, or you going first, but you should start with the timeless. Go ahead and get as many cards in your hand. Get your your moves and your stuff set up on the field. Pleiades, good defense. You get the Tornado Dragon. I don't have it. Good defense against spell and traps. Omega, good defense. If you going first, you need this defense. He puts cards back into the hand just so you won't get one shotted. Also, you got your traps. If you can, you dropping money on the game, you get your traps, your Totem Scribe. There can only be one. This will help you a lot. Uh, Now with number 39, since we're running only one double or nothing, at one point I was running 2 or 3. It was one of them. I was running 2 or 3 of them because for some reason on my first 5 cards, my first draw, I kept getting my double or nothing. You cannot one shot if double or nothing is in your hand. So how it works is, any level 4 monsters, any 2 level 4 monsters you want, go ahead and sacrifice them. You summon the number 39 double Utopia. If you do not have double or nothing in your hand, you summon the 39 double Utopia double. You summon him first. And then when you summon him, he's going to automatically, the fact he's going to automatically search double or nothing for you. Once double or nothing is in your hand, you can then summon off of the Utopia double. You can then summon Utopia. He will come to the field with 5,000 because he's doubled off of Utopia double. So he's already going to have the 5,000 attack, not the 25,000 or the 2,500. He's going to come in with 5,000. Once that happens, you cannot use number 39 if your opponent do not have a monster on the field. Hopefully the monster is in attack mode. We do not do defense with double Utopia. You want to one shot. Make sure the monster is in attack and make sure they're 2,000 or less to one shot. If they're over 2,000, you take that what? Yeah, you take that 10,000 minus that 2,000, it's a solid 8,000, which is how much your life points is. If they're over 2,000, you want to have any other, monster, XZ monster on the field to help finish the game. But number 39 Utopia with 5,000 cannot attack if there's no monster on the field, and make sure the monster is in attack mode. So how it works is, once he's on the field, you want to attack with him whatever card your opponent has in attack mode, in attack position. Once you do that, they will ask you, would you like to activate the effect of negating the attack? You want to negate the attack. Once you negate the attack, that will trigger your double or nothing. When attack is negated, you can make a second attack, and the attack will be doubled. Your Utopia is already doubled for 5,000 off of Utopia double. So it will double again to 10,000. Just make sure your opponent's monster is in attack and make sure it's under 2,000. Once that happens, they will ask you again, would you like to negate the attack? Double or nothing do not stack. I've tried it already. I tried to get my 10 to 20,000. It don't stack. So do not negate the second attack. You want to attack. And once you attack, he will get his 10,000 and it will be a one shot if the opponent's monster is 2,000 attack or less. So if you don't do it right, it's not gonna work. So just remember, negate the first attack, activate your spell, and when this happens, they'll automatically put it to your Utopia, attack again, and do not negate the second attack. If you negate the second attack, it's over for you. And to summon Zeus, it might seem like it's hard to summon him. 2 level 12s? No. Any of these XC monsters that you have, if they attack or battle during if they have a battle, and you can go to your don't skip to the end. A lot of people they don't go to their main their main second phase. A lot of people don't go to their second phase. They just go right to the end in their turn. Don't do that. Once that's done, this card, it'll go down to 5,000. You can keep it. Usually, when I keep him, he's destroyed easily just by a spell or effect. Because I do not search my Constellar belt. I usually search the star chart, and I search the twinkle just to keep with the star chart, just to keep my turn going. So once that happens, just go ahead and wipe your opponent's field. If you didn't one-shot them, or you did something incorrect, or it's just one of them games, you lagging behind, because I'm telling you, the blue eyes, galaxy eyes, skyscrapers, they're hard. They're hard to go up against. I made it to gold 3 with the Constellars, but you'll see a lot of them. So go ahead and put Zeus on the field. And Zeus is seeing all the cards, even spell cards, because my homie didn't know that it's seeing spell cards. He thought he had a chance. It is seeing all the cards on the whole field, even yours, to the graveyard. And Zeus will be the only one on the field. Do you not know how draining it is for your opponent to have summoned whoever he summoned, have all his spells, his field traps, continuous traps, continuous spells out on the field, and all of it goes back to the graveyard. Pretty draining. They usually quit. When I bring out Zeus, I only brought him out a few times when I'm playing, because other than that, I'm one-shotting. But when I brought out Zeus, they usually quit. So yes, this is the Constellar setup that you will want to run. Skim right through it again for y'all. This is the ideal one. And this is the one I don't have. Oh, with artificial sight. Artificial sight is just good to keep your opponents from special summoning. So, you know, all your link decks and pendulum, none of that's gonna work. You got a lot of defense in the deck, even though it's very offensive oriented. There's a lot of defense in the deck. But yeah, I'm gonna skim through it one more time just for y'all. This will get you your artificial sights if you don't have one. This with this card, you can get an artificial sight or not. The artificial sight also acts as traps and not just normal, or not even normal summons. You can't normal summon, you know, special summon. But with the artificial synchron, it's them blue eyes deck. It's the ones that hurt the most. If your opponent has a blue eyes on the field and you have no way of getting rid of it, but you have this trap card, you need to activate this trap card, and you can take a monster from their graveyard and make sure it's the same type of monster, which is dragon. So you will want to get a dragon from their graveyard and bring to your side of the field. And when you do that, you can either keep it, depending on what level. Like if you need a level 4 or level 5 to do an XC summon, you can keep it. But normally with over 3,000 attack, because I'm looking for the one shot, I would go ahead and banish the two. You can banish the card you just summoned from your opponent's graveyard and banish a card of the same type that your opponent have, which dragons, blue eyes, boom, banish out the way. So you want 3 of them, skim it through for you. Trip Trap. Trip Trap usually helps me get into the Ice Dragon Prisms. I don't have my Solemn Strikes. There can only be one. You don't know what this card do? He has multiple types of the same monster on the field. There can only be one. See, with your Constellar deck and all your monsters, they're pretty much different. You have Beast, Beast Warrior, Spellcaster. I think there's a Fairy up in here. They're very different from each other. So there can only be one. Will not affect you as much. And yeah, this is my Constellar deck, and this is the Constellar deck that's ideal to use. The one I use is not really of this nature, but it is still, I'm gonna show you, it's still based off of that format. Only a few things change, like, you know, a Raigeki, Monster Reborn, reinforcement of the army. I have a Lightning Storm, a Constellar Tempest. Usually I have a Threatening Roar, but everything's the same. I don't have Solemn Strike, but I do have Solemn Judgment. And I have one over card in my main deck, which is Call of the Hunter. You don't really have to use that. And all these XCs down here, except for this one, are the same as the other format. This one right here is good to have. I started off with this one when I was pretty much learning how to play. This monster can attack twice in one battle phase, if as long as you have the material to. So that's 4,200 right there coming off your opponent. Pretty good. I just added him because my extra deck kind of low because I don't have the necessary cards to complete it. But yeah, this is the Constellar that you would want to run. And that's really much it. I also started my Galaxy Eyes. I got a video up there, but I don't think I will go over the deck. You can one shot with Galaxy Eyes. The highest I've got him up to was 11,800 for the one shot. If you want to see that, I can put that up also. I also have the video of me getting that 11,800. So that's pretty lit. Cause I'm telling you, the Constellar, you'll probably make it the gold one. If you make it the plat, that's props to you. You're playing it, you're thinking, you read it, because you know usually you'll get ash, 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 ash. So they need to put a limit on ash because 3 in the deck. I only have 2. I think I only have 1. I can check right quick because I have her in this deck. I have 1 ash, and she's an ultra rare, so I can't get her. And I'm not dropping money on the game once again. But yeah, you would get ash on your Constellar. So getting the Galaxy Eyes, this was just a better choice for me. I'm pretty done with my Constellar. It took me to gold 3, but with the reset, I really want to hit plat. So I'm pretty sure my Galaxy Eyes will take me there. But nah, that's it for this video. Just showing y'all them Constellars. Pretty lit. Pretty easy deck to use. Just keep searching, and you got the search power to keep searching. And that's it.